Hello, I just wanted to take a few minutes here to cover purchase orders again, but I wanted to take a different route here. And I wanted to go through, kind of show you the type of approval processes that you have within NetSuite. Right here, what I have is an employee center where employees have access to enter purchase orders, requisitions, and so forth here. So with Turgot, that's the name of my employee here, we want to enter a purchase order. So what he wants to do is we're going to come here to the Employee Center Home Links. We want to look for our vendor here that we're going to be working on. So we can choose Amazon here as a vendor, what location he needs to order that. And in this case, we have a lot of products here that I have built in here, but I wanted to just use one that kind of pops out and you can follow along throughout the demo. And so I'm going to use the Caribbean Mist Lotion. I could have a pre-populated description, or I can add one here. And I want to make a hefty order here for a customer on this big project we're working on, getting this business up and running. So what I want to do is go ahead and order 200 of these. And there's my amount there. So what's going to happen here, I'm going to save this purchase order request, and we're going to go and follow the approval process with a different role. So now it's pending the supervisor approval. And you'll see that the supervisor, which is me, I've got an email telling me that I have a purchase order to approve. So I want to come here to the employee supervisor. And I'm the employee center, but this is a manager role that we have now. So someone here requested a purchase order. And so let's go ahead, now that I have that workflow engine through email, I'm going to go ahead, I can drill down from that email, or I could just come here to approve this purchase order. So I've got purchase order 1383. I could look at the amount. We already talked about this yesterday in the meeting, so we're going to go ahead and approve that. And I, as a manager, have already done my role in getting the approval there. So we want to go ahead and take this here to the receiving. So we can go to warehouse operations. And my warehouse manager, back to Alicia Brown, and we already talked about her dashboard, but covering that, again, it's just great visibility that she has, and she has markers here that can pretty much catch her attention if something reaches a certain threshold. So let's go ahead and receive that order here that we had. And our most recent one here was purchase orders to receive. We're going to go ahead and receive that. It's already been received. Look at the reference number. I want to change that there, put a memo. And let's go ahead and save that item receipt there. And the transaction has been saved. So in this case, what we can do is we're going to go ahead and go to the controller role and start paying some bills and setting that up. So here's my controller. They've got an approval process. Obviously, we can see here that the reminders portlet, and let's go ahead and refresh that. We're going to watch some of these numbers change. So we've got purchase orders to bill here, and we saw that go up. Let's go ahead and look for that purchase order. And it's right here on top. It's the most recent one that we have. And let's go ahead and build that. Get my reference number. I can look at the account that's going to hit and my vendor, and I'm going to save this bill. So since the controller right now is kind of receiving or entering the bills and paying them, we're going to go back to that role here. And since we made that change, I'm going to refresh this here and show you that live or that real time. The live action processes that happened. That number went from 35 to 36, and let's go ahead and pay that bill. We can search it, change the vendor name, and we can change this alphabetically. But I've already clicked my bill. I've got the AP account. Let's go ahead and save that. So it's processing right now. Let me go ahead and refresh. It's been completed here. So let's go ahead and drill down to this now. So now I can look at the payment, the payee, the memo, the check number, the amount, and the balance that we have. And then I can also look at the account it hit. So hit our checking register there. So now I can drill down, if I wanted to drill down on that payment, I can. Come back here to this home screen. But that essentially is a high-level overview of the purchase order through the Employee Center. Thank you.